Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. San Francisco's offense led by Jimmy Garoppolo taking the field here for the first time. And week one, they got the victory. They went across the country to Tampa Bay. Very hot in Tampa, but they got the 31-17 victory. Garoppolo, I guess what you would call a game manager type of game. 18-27, 166, and a touchdown.
Yeah, threw a pick to Vernon Hargreaves on an out route that turned into a pick six. But other than that, as you said, managed the game okay. I think the biggest surprise for me, Tampa Bay as a home team knew it would be about 1,000 degrees. Here comes San Francisco, nice temperate climate, coming across the country, and they let them wear white. Tampa wore their darker uniform. I was surprised by that. Normally in September, Tampa wears white at home and puts the onus on the visitors. They changed it up, and it didn't work.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
We take a glance now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
CD, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
Earlier, Charles, you and I talked about Pittsburgh's rough start to the season, that 33-3 loss to New England. And you mentioned it's not going to get any easier with the schedule coming up. What's next? They're home against Seattle?
Yeah, home against Seattle. That's a monster game for them after what happened against New England. And I think they'll be ready. They will play much better. Then they've got at San Francisco and their improved defense. Then division games against Cincinnati and Baltimore. So, no, the schedule doesn't get easier. But I really think you've got to circle the San Francisco game because that's the one that'll get overlooked. And that'll be very difficult because San Francisco is going to have a good team this year.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the run is Conner. Sheds another. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he will be taken down here as the first.